between yesterday and today, the focus is being on Dr. Paa Kwesi Nduom's reaction to the unfortunate incident in Elmina. And I say, I cringed when I saw the code cards. And the man making reference to how shambolic the FA is administered, how horrible the football is. And I say, but I mean, look at the occasion the man chooses to go at the FA, etc. I made the point here last week that these clubs are the ones who select the people who make up the FA. I mean, they make up the FA. The clubs, or the FA is a composition of the clubs. So I think that Dr. Paa Kwesi Nduom got it absolutely wrong. And the impunity with which we say these things when they happen is what disappoints me the more. Yeah. So you look at the occasion, how barbaric that action was, how awful it was, how disgraceful it was. And then the one who owns the club, and he made a series of very disappointing comments. One of them, oh, you know, I'm not into this to make money, I'm doing it to help and all. That's another warped mentality. You say you are into football not to make money. It is the reason, and I reference I think you said it on your platform, the ex-Ghana player who played in Dortmund for many years.
Yeah, Ibrahim Tanko.
Ibrahim Tanko, who is a coach now. And he referenced how every game, not just in the Ghana Premier League, but in league football in this country, and I consider league football the biggest football product we have. And I can give you the analysis, I'm sure, as we get along, because I'll talk about the number of clubs involved in league football from Premier League to Division 3 and the stakeholders involved. And you see how much of a bigger product it is compared to any of our national teams playing. And I'm not talking about how much, I mean, the passion it rallies, you know, around the country, but league football is massive. So he makes the point that when clubs are involved in league football games, it's like a do or die affair. You've got to get the 3 points and that's it. And look at the action of that football player. And I was surprised when I later read that the guy is actually a football player. He's a football player who was on the bench and gathered that momentum, that kind of momentum, not to get onto the pitch to make a difference. Yes, because if his team was down or whatever, I thought he was going to garner that momentum and that strength to get onto the pitch and make a difference. His difference was to have a go at the referee. Yeah. It doesn't matter how horrible we think officiating is in the end. Yes, so it's an absolute breakdown of the entirety of the system. This problem is systemic. It is not it's not an isolated case of Nana Pole losing his life or Asante Kotoko and Hartovo trying very hard, needlessly, to make a case of how much they've got to go on the executive council. Yeah. And another very disappointing call from the two West-run clubs in the history of this country. We'll get into all of that. But Dr. Paa Kwesi Nduom's premise, the time he chooses to address issues of how horrible he thinks football is administered in this country was simply out of point. I mean, that's my opinion.